Hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. It is our Hump Day Lunch Break and I'm super excited to be here today. I'm going to be sharing one of our kits with you. Stampin' Up! Right now has, sorry, I was getting my Facebook page right. I got distracted. Stampin' Up! Right now has 30% off various kits that they offer. And what I love about these kits is everything that you need to make your cards is right there ready for you. So if you're joining me, please say hi. Let me know what you're having for lunch today. Love to hear it. And I just need to go here and so I can see my comments. And what's for lunch? I have not decided what I'm having yet. I always love to hear your suggestions. Becky always has some really good lunch things that she makes. So, so today I am here to share with you two of the different style kits that we have. I'm only going to be making one of them though. The first one is one of our, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Hold on, please, while I go and get the name. This is one of the card kits. This actually does not have a stamp set with it, but everything that you need is right inside. So we're going to be opening up this one, and I'm going to share this with you. So now we have our second one, and I just want to show you the difference. This is our Maritime Moments. Let me open this one up here. So this kit, when it comes with a stamp set, you'll get your stamp set, you'll get an ink spot, and you'll also get a clear block. So every one of these kits come with a clear block when it has stamping associated with it. So this is one we'll do later, but right now I just wanted to show you some quick and easy cards that you can make with this kit. I love it because sometimes I just need to have a card really quick, and this is my solution. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I also offer kit making nights, kit making parties, girls' night out, girls' day out, coffee and cards, and this is a great thing to do. So everyone picks out their kit and they assemble their kits, and I get to hang out and have fun with everyone. All right, so it comes with a set of instructions. It also comes with this handy dandy piece of cardboard. Now, I save my cardboard because there are times that if I'm traveling or whatever and I have something to stamp on, I like to use this to stamp on. So if I make a mess, I can stamp off on this. All right. And excuse my fingers, I got dye on them the other day and last night, and I can't get the dye off my nail. So they're not dirty, they're clean. It's just dyed. Okay, so in this kit, I've got tear and tape. I've got some gold thread here. I've got some embellishments. I have dimensionals. How fun is that? All right. So I'm going to put this aside. We've got our envelopes here. So already decorated for us. We don't even have to do any stamping on it. And then we've got our bits and pieces here. So normally what I do is I pull out my bits and pieces and I lay them out so I see where they are. And then we've got our card bases. So here's one of the card bases. Here are some more bits and pieces here. We'll move those off to the side. I can move my envelopes out of the way. And then we've got some sentiments here in multiple languages. And then we've got our card bases. And then these are the already stamped pieces. So what's fun about this is that they're already stamped, but you also have them in different languages. So if you're sending them out to different places, you can use different languages. All right. Again, no stamping involved here. I'm just going to be putting these all together. So I'm just going to pop out my English sentiments here. Put those off to my side. I've got my two here. I've got some more sentiments here, so we'll go ahead and pop those out. And then my sentiments here. So I'm going to be making one of each card. There's 3 different cards in this kit, and you get 3 of each. So you get a total of 9 cards for this kit. And right now, this particular kit is on sale. Oh, and I don't know the sale price, but I do have some other kits to share, just so you can see some of my favorites out there. All right, so we'll put those there. Now, in our little handy dandy instructions here, it tells you everything that's included in the kit. It tells you what colors coordinate with it. You can actually scan the QR code and get some different ideas and some tips from Stampin' Up. But in here, it's all really just look at the pictures and go. There's no reading to do. You just look at the pictures and go. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got this first one right here. I'm just going to put this up in front of me so as I'm doing it, I can see it. Maybe if it's going to, there we go. All right. It's not staying in place. Hold on. There. All right. So it tells me what things I'm going to grab. These are for one of the others. Now, in addition to having my kit, I almost always have my snips available, and I like to use my own adhesive. Sometimes I'll bring in some glue dots, but really everything that you do need is included. If there's ribbon, you will need a scissors though. So in this case, there is this gold thread, so I know I'm going to need my scissors. All right, and this will require this pretty peacock card base. And it will be using one of these here. And one of these. So these I can put aside. All right, so there's this. And it tells me on my little diagram here to put tear and tape across the back. Now, because I'm going to make a board, I am actually just going to use my seal. I like to do display boards where I have my tear and tape right there so everyone can see what they get in their kit. And we're just going to put this right in the middle of our card. Like so. Oops. I did that wrong. Hold please. I did it all wrong. This is supposed to have dimensionals. So let's grab our dimensionals. And I put them aside, so I'm going to grab my sheet of dimensionals here. Now I'm going to have to add quite a few more dimensionals because I've got some sticky there and I don't want it to go flat and get stuck on there. So I'm adding way more than I really need. I'm missing one right here. There we go. All right. That's just so my seal doesn't stick to my card front. So we're going to get this one on right here. Okay, can't peel that off for some reason. All right, here we go. All right, so there we go. That's going to go right on the front like that. I have my piece of decorative paper here. And this is where actually I was supposed to put my tear and tape. So I'll just go ahead and run some of this adhesive right across. And we're going to put this down right over the top. It's going to cover the top and bottom. Just be like that. All right. Next thing that we're going to have is we're going to grab a piece of our gold thread here. And one of the things with this is it gives you a little, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. I'm not losing my words today. It gives you a ruler. That's what I'm thinking of. Ruler. I'm just grabbing my thread here, so just give me a moment. Again, I like to I dropped my thread on the floor, so I'm just having some issues picking it up here. All right, so this tells me I need 14 inches of ribbon or thread. So I've got my little ruler right here, so I can actually just take my ruler and go from here to here. That's 9 inches. And then I need another, what did I say, 14, 9? So I need 5 inches. 5 inches. So I'm just going to snip that right there. All right. Got a little thing at my end that's, okay. Now I can go back to my project here. I'm going to take my long banner, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and put a couple dimensionals behind here. So let's just grab my dimensionals. And it says to use 2. I'm going to use 3. All right. And then on this side here, on this thank you side, I'm sorry, on the kindness side, I'm going to just lift that up. And I'm going to tie a big loopy bow here. If I can tie it. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of... I don't know what's with my bow tying abilities today. Apparently I can't tie a bow to save my life. All right, let's try that again. All right, I got a big knot in there, so... All right. Now I got way too big of a piece, but that's okay. There's usually more than enough in your kit. All right, so big loopy bow. I'm gonna make it just a tad smaller. And I'm just going to put my bow right here. I'll trim that end off. Like I said, mine was way longer than it needed to be. Well, hello, Cooper. My dog is visiting us today. All right, so now let's peel off the rest of the backings. And we're going to put this right on our card front. Just like so. I'm going to move it down just a tad so it goes in that opening there, that white opening. All right, so there we go. My thing, I'm going to... What are you doing? Please stop. He's going after some of my kits. All right, I just wanted to, that one just wasn't sticking right. Okay, so that's how that is. I'm going to go ahead and grab my sequins here, and I'm going to be putting those right on the front. So in this case, again, I just need to grab, I wasn't prepared for this section I'm doing right now. Oh, okay. We're going to grab a small one and 2 larger ones. If I can get this out of here. Oh. Okay. I like to use my take a pick tool here to pick up my sequins. So I just pick it up. And I'm going to put one over here. Move my bow a little bit. One over here. And one over here. And one more right down here. All right, so that is our first card. So we'll get to make several more of that same one. Let's go to our next card here. So I'm going to do, like I said, all 3 of them. And you can see how fast it's going to be. And next I need to have this one. And I need this one. I'll need some of my thread again, and this time it tells me about 16 inches. So I'm just eyeballing here. I'm not going to take the time to measure it. All right, so I got a strip of that. And we're going to be using this label this time. So let's go ahead and adhere everything. Now it tells me again to use my tear and tape. You know what, we can get tear and tape here. Just so you can see what tear and tape looks like. It works. I might be able to get tear and tape. Well, it kind of looks like I used all my tear and tape. Here it is. All right. So you can get a large roll of tear and tape. Again, I'm going to be putting mine on a display board. So I love to be able to show that people get what they get in their package. All right, so we're going to just take our tear and tape here. What's nice about the tear and tape is you can actually tear it. You don't even need a scissors for it. But if you like straight edges, use your scissors. All right. Again, another good reason to have a take a pick tool. You can peel off the backing so much easier. So I like to make sure I have that pressed really nice, and then I can lift off that backing super easy. All right, so now I'm going to put this one on. Again, I'm just looking at the pictures on the instruction sheet. All right, I need this. We'll put our dimensionals on here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to have, make sure I was going the right way there. I want to have my bow kind of going off to the side here. So let's see, they have it pictured like this. So we're going to put it right there. And what we'll do is we'll peel off this one first. And then we're just going to take our ribbon here and we're going to just make some loops. So again, you don't even have to tie this time. All right, so now I'm just going to put that right here. Let's see, I need this one a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and we're going to put it right here. All right. This one's a little long, so we'll go ahead and pull that through a little bit. And I don't want to catch my loop on here. So I'm just going to make sure it's kind of off to my side there, like that. And then we'll peel these up. Now I didn't want to stick to that because depending on how I flip this over and where things are going to land, it'll kind of tell me. So I want this more on this side. So I'm just going to angle this a little bit different. I'm going to go this way with it. All right. There we go. And I'll cut the ends off. I'm just going to center that right on my card. And I'm going to snip my little ends off here. There we go. And that is our next card. How fun and easy was that? So we've got 2 cards done in just a few minutes. And now we're going to have our 3rd card. And then, like I said, we have enough to make another set of cards. So on this one, I need this card base. So we have a total of 9 cards in this kit. And I'm just going to fold that right in half. And I'm going to take my other tag here, just like that. We're going to be putting dimensionals on this one. Oh, and I'll have to add the sequins to that one too. All right, so let's put our dimensionals on here. All right. And we're going to have our bow come off this way and this way. So I'm just going to flip that over and know that I'm going at an angle like that. All right, we'll take our... And again, we're just going to wrap this ourselves. We're not going to even tie a bow. You can tie a bow if you want. And we will use... Just flip that over. We're going to use this one here to kind of anchor our loops here. So I'm just going to go this way. No, I don't want that there yet. Okay. This is just not sitting flat. There we go. I just needed that to sit flat so I could do my little loops. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take my loop here and here and here. There we go. Just like that. And notice this time I'm going to be putting my loop kind of like towards the bottom. So when I put this on, like that, I can capture it with that dimensional. So it's just stuck on my dimensional like that. And then we'll peel these other ones off. And we'll set it right on there. Just like that. We'll trim our little excess down. And there we go. Okay, that is our 3rd card. So lickety split, we got 3 different cards to send out. Again, this was the, when was this called? This is the, that's not Blossom Wishes. I put it in the wrong box. It is the Painted Wishes kit. Again, you get 9 cards with it, and look how fast they were to make. So I can have 9 cards ready just like that. This is a great thing to do with friends. Get your friends together, sit down, make some cards. Each of you get a different kit, and you can swap cards. So that way you get a whole bunch of cards all at one time. So again, today is the last day of the Kids Collection sale. Make sure you go to my website and check it out. That way you don't miss out on getting some of these awesome kits for a good price. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sequins on here. And I'll put another one right over here. I don't like how that's sitting. I'm going to put another dimensional behind there. Just it isn't to my liking. So we're just going to tuck one under. There we go. Okay. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't sticking as well as I wanted to. All right. So we've got one there. We'll put another one. We'll put a larger one here. And we'll do one up here. And we'll do one more over here. All right. So that's that one. And now let's get some dimensional, or some embellishments on this one that I've forgotten to add before. And this does show you exactly which sequins to use and where to place them. I just kind of randomly do it. I don't always pay attention to the pictures. So I go a little, what I like to say is a little rogue. I let my creative genes kind of just kick in there and decide what it wants me to do. And there's no right or wrong with this. You just do what tickles your fancy. All right. And I need one more. So we'll put one more. Let's see where. We'll put one up here. There we go. Okay. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked this little card kit. Again, I'll put a link in the comments and the video description of where to go to my online store if you want to check out some of the kits. Like I said, I did have some printed out here. They're a little hard to see. I didn't realize that my picture was so small. But one of the cool things was this Handmade and Heartfelt kit. It makes 10 cards. You get 2 of each 5 designs, and it's got a holder with it. So I think this is I think it's like $23, $24, but it's really great because you get a stamp set, you get the card organizer, and you get a Secret C Stampin' spot, the little 1-inch spots. So you don't need a lot of room to, store your stuff. Calm and bright, very hard to see, but this is a Christmas set. Again, this one includes a stamp set, the Lost Lagoon, Stampin' Spot, and your clear block, and everything else that you need to make your cards. Painted Wishes, this is the one that we just did. And let's see, so we have a birthday, the brightest birthday, if you want some fun birthday cards. These are really cute and very quick to make. This, again, comes with a stamp set to stamp your birthday wishes, your Azure ink spot, and a block. And Maritime Moments is the one I showed you earlier. So I hope you enjoyed the kits. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow night on Stampin' Fun and More at 6:44 right here on my Facebook channel, which I then copy up to YouTube every day. And yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun with our fluffy squirrel I think we're going to use tomorrow night. So make sure to join me. We'll see you later. Bye.